Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, baby. They can push us down, but we cannot be stopped, baby. We keep pushing every single day. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Bring this music back down, and let's rip this intro. Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I was ready to go. I'm telling you right now at 10 a.m. I told everyone what happened, but let's just keep it moving. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Blessings on blessings. Let's get that music back up and running. Let's start with my favorite song, Making Munchies, Midnight Cypher. That's the name of the song, Making Munchies, Midnight Cycler. Midnight Cycler, not Cypher, Midnight Cycler. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's take a look at what's happening to Bitcoin. If you were with me this morning, I gave a long that banged to the upside. Also, last night we talked about opening up a long, and I was long last night when I went to bed. If you stayed in that long with me, you got paid. And then I don't know if you guys watched the live stream from earlier, but if you did, I'm pretty sure you saw me open up a trade live and take profits live. I didn't know I was live, but during the screen was on. I think it got deleted. Dang. But if you had watched that, I did make a live trade in front of everyone. I made about $280 in about, I don't know, a couple minutes, and I'll show you how we did that. That was my kind of trade of the day. And now I'm looking to get back in after I went through all the other crazy up and downs, right? Shout out to all the beautiful people here. Shout out to the Bridge Perspective. Shout out to Jamie Zeno in the house. Always there to be the voice of reason. Help me out. Jamie, I love you, man, for many reasons. All right, but I appreciate you for many reasons. But thank you so much, man, for always being there for the lifers. So let's break it down. One of the first days, I was going to miss my stream. I felt like I missed my time. Still got me a little, but we're not going to break it down. We're only going to show what we have. I got on my hands and knees just now and prayed God for the ability to stream. Thank God that I still got a stream. Thank God I got what I have, right? As many people that are here today, blessings on blessings. Now, if you were with me last night, I talked about that we should watch the 12-hour. And so in my weekly screen share, and I love that I can give awesome data. So I saw that the Stokes were moving up. I saw that we got tweezer bottoms on the daily. I said, that's a big sign. Let's see how the candle closes tomorrow on the daily. I said, all we want to do is close a candle above this level, right? I said, that's all we want. That will confirm a bullish block, take out that high, right? That's ICT. Also, look, we had a beautiful fair value gap. So, Master Friend was salivating over this area here, possibly. I don't know. Maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was salivating over a steak last night. I don't know exactly, but you could see that was a fair value gap. What is a fair value gap? A fair value gap is when you have a pretty big candle. It doesn't have to be, but you have a candle. A bigger candle, the better, because it produces the spread. And you have to understand, mathematically, it's a lack of spread. It means the candle went up and down, and the people that got in here and got sold here, or the liquidations, there wasn't enough, basically, orders in the middle to complete a fuller candle. And it creates a space in liquidity. So here, look, you see how this didn't come and this didn't come here? So this wick to here, that wick to there, that creates what's called a gap, a fair value gap. And price action is likely if you get some type of bullish order block here, like we did. See, we got a reverse candle, and we got back to the, anyway, that's just something you could figure out. If you want to know more about what I just said and you're confused, you're like, what happened there? I want to know what the lifer was just talking about. I want to know more. Yeah, I would too, right? So if that's happened to you, it means you're a normal human being who's inquisitive. I would hit this QR code and the link below. Jump on in. It's an extra $300. You have to be in my trading group. You pay an extra $300, but you get this amazing extra little caretaking. I can't do it all, and my group is growing. And so because of that, we bring a lot of people in here, that want to learn more. And so I hand-picked of the litter. Hand-pick of the litter, man. The best dog, the premier, the best person you could ever find, and that's my man, Master Friend. So jump on in today and find out more. He's going to teach you about London, when to open trades and why, where liquidity grabs happen the most, how to trade Forex, anything you think, how to open up leverage trades with a zero liquidation, using small amounts of money, turning $100 into $200-300 slowly at a time, and teaching how to demo trade before you even touch real money. Jump on in today. Bitcoin up $2,500 today. Beautiful move to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Adrian Dangle. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to all my beautiful people. I figured I'd come back at 1 o'clock. You don't want to fight lunchtime, right? Don't fight lunchtime. So I didn't fight lunchtime. One thing. Summer, can you get my water? It's in the freezer, the left part of the fridge. It's a very big jug. Please don't drop it, my love. Thank you, sweetie. So if you were in my live stream last night and you were watching me, because we have a weekly screen share every single Thursday night, and it was from 9 to about 10:30. I think we went to pretty late too, till about 11, right? I talked about this being a falling wedge right here. And we talked about, can the falling wedge break up 68% of the time, which may happen, right? And so I'm just a shape guy. I play the shapes the way they're supposed to be played. Everyone else does all these different things. I don't change what I do. I stick to the script over and over again. Look, 1, 2, 3, beautiful trend line. 1, 2, 3, beautiful trend line. Now, we haven't even breached the trend line yet, but we had a gap in the VRVP. But what I was telling everybody was, if we can close a candle above the 200 on the 12-hour time frame, we could start some bullishness here. and really get Bitcoin back into good graces. All right. Show, this is important. Why the 12 hour? Ice. And, in Florida, you got to keep it ice cold here. You think you got to keep it cold in the Northeast, but in here, you got to keep it ice cold, baby. And you got to put that lemon into the water. And you got to stay level-headed. You can only imagine a guy with OCD like me who goes live every single day and my stream's not working. I was bugging out. But I had to keep it calm, cool, and collected. I prayed to God numerous times, got on my hands and knees and said, thank you for what I do have. And let me take a deep breath. And I said, God, please send me something. And finally I said, can I, what could happen here? And next thing you know, a package arrived and it was a different extender. And it could be the time period. We don't know exactly what's happening. People try to do work on Friday after they did nothing all week long. You know what I mean? One of those. And then I'm sharing a shared line. We don't know exactly what's going on. Right? So look, we got above the 200 MA right here to the upside. I like what I saw here. And this told me there was likely going to be a pretty big move further to the upside as well, right? And then you can see that we bounced, we broke above this bounce area. So wherever you bounced previously, right there. So now you're like, today, what is the struggle for today? Well, the struggles for today is we don't want to close a 12-hour candle, okay, below where this candle opened at 61,277, of course, right? Look, and I can't make this stuff up. Look, open, high, low, and close. If you hover on this candle, it says open at 61,277. And so, bang, all right. Where was the high today of this candle? I think we went into the $62,000 region, 62,179 for Bitcoin, right? We touched. We basically almost came to the 21 SMA there on the 12-hour time frame. So beautiful pump to the upside. Beautiful move, right? Exciting times. Now, we just want to make sure this 12-hour closes above the 200 MA, right? So if you were in my trading group last night, I can't say I predicted this because you never know where price is going to go. But I told you this is the time frame to watch and to pay close attention. Now, when we see all this happening, right? And this is why I bring it to the 1 minute time frame. So when we see all this happening, it all started when we breached the 1 minute 200 MA. You can see this is the move and this is how the move started. This is why I teach all my students to always keep the 1 minute time frame up and to be watching for this signal. Now we got a fake out. We got two fake outs, which was sad. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. But we eventually got the bigger move to the upside. All right. I even ended up catching this. I ended up drawing a flag here and I threw in like $2,000. In literally 2 minutes, I was up $300. I closed the trade at 280 for a win, and that's the last time I've traded. I traded this little move right here to the upside. Pretty crazy. Got in a little earlier, so got in at 62,000. Got in at 61,600, right? So let's see. So got in right here at like 61,620. I'll show you the trade right here. Gone in at 61,628 and just sold that 62,000. Like when we got up here, I sold 60. It's almost sold the local top. I mean, it was 62,113. And the thing is, you be like, how do you sell the top so well, Lifer? How did you know? Like, why didn't you get that feeling you should stay in the trade? Well, I felt whenever I'm leverage trading and I open up the trade and within 2 minutes, I'm up over $200 to $300. Like in 3 minutes, I made this money. I decided it was smart to take it off the table. You see what I'm saying? When the money comes really fast, I decide to take it off the table. It's just what I decide to do. It works for me. Okay. Yeah. Amen. So again, what a beautiful day to be alive, right? And I was going to show you guys that. Like I did it during the this was right here. Look, 10:04, 10:02. It was during. I opened up and closed the trade all during the intro, and I believe the screen was on at the time. All right. So now you're like, are we going further or are we going lower? What's going to happen, Lifer? Tell us what's happening, right? It's a perfect time to go live now because the pump happened. We went sideways. Now everyone wants to know, and we hit this high. We came back down. Everyone thinks we're going to continue to dump. A lot of people think we're going to continue to pump. People are in a standstill. They need the Lifer. I get it. They're like, Lifer. And so you know what God said? God said, Sam, you're going to go live later today because that's when they need you the most. And he said, and I'm going to figure it out. And you're not going to know how I'm going to figure it out, but I'm going to mess with it. Things are just going to. And so God presented the best time for me to go live today, and that's now. And so I cherished that moment in time. And so I didn't miss anything. We're actually right on time. And we're actually about to get a live signal here as the 1 minute looks like it's going to breach the 200 MA. And so, you know, I always take this as a beautiful blessing that something is brewing here. And this is actually a blessing that I'm live right now. So look, this is my known signal. And we double bottomed, clear as day. And we're breaking above the 200 SMA. If that can hold, you're going to get a continuation pump here to the upside. Let's see if we can see something else make some sense of what I'm seeing here. You know, that works for me for a second. And honestly, that as small as I want to make that poll pause, it to me looks like it wants to make a pretty big move to 64,900, right? That would be the target. I know you back. How is he getting this? That's just the length of the pole. The other poles are just too small for me to consider them the measured move. Interesting. Let's put that on hold for a split second. But I see a possible big move coming here, even on a Friday afternoon with lower liquidity. Well, let's put that on hold for a second. I don't like to jump in until I've like solidified how I feel about the bigger time frame. You know, it's just how it's my OCD. And I'm going to say, weren't you the most bearish guy in the world? I was, man. But last night I said, hey, let's see if we can I said, if we get rejected by this, we're still going down. And again, it doesn't mean a lot of stuff. Like, we still have to break some serious positional resistance, you know, and we're going to break all that down right now. So here we are. Remember, 65.5 is my area of contention that I just keep saying. We got to close a weekly candle back above that. We're getting huge wicks to the upside. Again, I've seen that many times before. And even though I thought that was pretty exciting, the last two times it wasn't too exciting. Like we eventually would eclipse that wick. However, we wouldn't close any candles below any of the wicks, as you can see. Weekly candles would always come and close back above 60,000. We have not closed a weekly candle below this support or resistance level here where these two candles meet, which is 63K. Let's say this weekly candle closed at 63,100 and this weekly candle closes. And so, like, even though we've gone to 59,000, which is interesting, right? You have to ask yourself, where did we close the weekly candle? That's important. So people talk about where the lows were, but where did the candle close? And so, you know, and this is something I haven't really looked at either with a full focus, but this candle has closed above this $63,000 level. It's very interesting. So maybe we can clean up our act today. And even if we close like this, that's a bullish pin bar. It's a bullish engulfing candle, right? That could support a possible reversal back to the upside. Bigger wick, smaller top. Can we get that reversal back to the upside here for Bitcoin? My bearish scenario, which I've been talking about for a while now, is a pullback to this $51,000, $2,000 area. However, you have to remember there was people on the sidelines waiting to buy Bitcoin, and it was getting pushed up by the ETFs. The higher it got pushed up, the lower, basically, when it was here, they're like, I'll buy this a lot of Bitcoin. When it was there, they're like for instance, when it was at 43,000, they're like, all right, I'll pay 38 when it comes back down. Then it went to 50. They're like, all right, when it gets back to 42. The higher it went, the higher they were allowed to tell themselves they would buy back in when the dip occurred, right? Because these are people of non-action, so there are a lot of thought. So they're like, I'm going to do this when, but they never do it, you know? So they think, yeah, and now that they've seen all these dips, and if you didn't buy remember, I bought here, I bought all these dips. You saw me. I bought all these dips because I didn't know if it was the last dip for Bitcoin or not. And I can see the big boys buying, Michael Saylor, I can see all the big boys buying up the coin. And so with the big boys buying up, it tells me, hey, I got to be careful here. I got to buy it up. Like, they want to give me FOMO to sell my altcoins and get out of my positions. I got FOMO for the big boys to keep buying up the price. I don't want the boys, you know what I mean? So shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. Shout out to Stock McChange in the house. Shout out to all the beautiful souls here. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Today, I need those likes more than ever. I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the channel sponsors, I Trust Capital, where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency, gold and silver with your IRA. I Trust Capital is absolutely amazing, and it's a great place to build, you know, generational wealth really through retirement. I mean, you can't do this anywhere else. I Trust Capital, spot on, solid. You can't beat it. I Trust Capital, baby. So here we go. And I just, you know, sticking with us no matter what. Rocking the Florida lifestyle with that shirt. Amen. I know you like it. I know you like it. I lost my job 2 days ago. God bless you all. You'll be fine, man. Losing a job is the best thing that ever happened Oh, Mac, I'm going to call you back. Don't worry. I'm going to explain what happened. I didn't mean to blow you off. My phone died, and it was just another issue in the move. So, look, I told you there was going to be a bump coming here. It did look pretty right. Every time we break above the 200 SMA here, there happens to be some type of lovely move. Get back to that smaller time frame action. I'm watching this flag, and it's not over yet. Bitcoin made a higher low there. You see that? Bitcoin just made a higher low in the micro uptrend, and that's a big deal. And then we broke back above the 200. And I told you, whenever we break above the 200, there's a big move to the upside. The 21 crossing is also, and that's a double bottom that just hit its exact measured move. If you just play the double bottom, bang. And I know some people think they're liquidity grabs, but I'm telling you right now, go back test 1,000 or 200. Not 1,000 would take you a long time. But go back test like 100 of them if you can find them. You'll find 60 to 70. I'd say about 70% of them will play out and hit the target. That's a beautiful double bottom to the upside. And you want to see where that double bottom was. And of course, you know where it was, right? 61.5, 61,500. The 500s and the 800s are always going to be places of contention. I'm going to teach you this because think about it. When you're moving big and $1,000 isn't that much anymore, they got to find areas to stop. They like to stop at 61.5 and 61.8. They like to blow through the $1,000 levels. They don't really like to stay exact like at the evens. Then they like to go to 61.300. You've noticed 61.4 play, and then you play with 61.5 again. And from 69. So it's from 60,000. This is just what I've been seeing. That would have been a beautiful trade right there to the upside. I could have scalped it in front of you had I had my ball bearings on, but I wasn't ready. Right? Hey. I didn't say it. I said ball bearings. I said Paul Barron. What? I like Paul Barron. Paul Barron with ball bearings. A stall Karen, a stall mall to daring. I'm in the mall daring. Bro, Floki, please look into it. Did I make a mistake? Shout out to my man. I like Floki. Floki could do damage, and I like the team. I know, I like the team. Shout out to OMAC, man. Guys, I'm making 1% a day. That's my goal. Made 400% from 150. Hope I won't lose it because I still feel, I'm guessing, not trading. Just take, we'll then start getting into the education. Use the moving averages. Look, this could also be, so I'm seeing some mixed signals. This could also be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder that takes us to the downside. Look, if we lose the 200 SMA and this point of control, we're likely going to come down here. Bit of a double top too as well. And you can see there's some resistance at 62,000. So it's not all love right now. It's a good pump, but it's not all love. We'll see what happens. We're going to break it down. That's why I got to go back to the bigger time frame and kind of school us in there. So let's take a look at our daily. There we go. That should line up with the crypto lifer symbol there. It makes sense. Looks pleasing to the eye. Okay, so here we go. The falling wedge. Beautiful reversal on the daily so far. Tweezer bottoms. However, could easily just hit the top of the channel and come down. When you're a pattern trader, a channel trader, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, you're just likely to come back to the bottom again, right? That's just kind of what's likely going to happen here for Bitcoin, unless you close a strong daily candle above basically where these two candles close, 63.8, and this level here at 6. So 63 and 63.8 have to be breached. Otherwise, right? So we got to get this candle close above that level and this level. That's going to be what I'm looking for on the daily. Now, it doesn't happen today, and we could struggle through the weekend. But by Tuesday or Monday, that candle has to start. If that doesn't happen, we're getting rejected by the top of the channel. We may even make a nice little bull trap, come back inside and dump again. Make a bear trap, come back inside, and then rip to the upside. They may swing us both ways. You do not know. All right? So be careful of that. That's something that I'm going to watch for, and they could definitely do to us. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. Talked about how the 1 hour was going to breach, and the 4 hour really make that move back. But the 1 hour breach back to its 200 MA. Let's see where I showed this here on the live stream, right? And Solana close to doing the same thing on the 4 hour. So actually I didn't show it on Bitcoin, but I showed it on Solana. And the same thing happened to Bitcoin though. See how you got tight moving averages with the 200 outlier? You likely close this gap and you pump up to that key level. I've just seen it many, many times. It's likely going to happen. I've just back tested it to the point of no return. And see here, we have the tight moving averages. We got above the 21 and you pumped where? To the 200 SMA. It's a really good sign. So let's talk about the bullish fact here for the smaller time frame. So we had this previous support of resistance that held. Like we got rejected here. We bounced off of 58,000. We took a nice pump to the upside. We're now either going to get rejected or breach and pump pretty nicely off of the 200 MA here on the 1 hour time frame. So it's likely we go to the top of the channel. Sorry. It's likely we go to the top of the channel. And it's likely that when we break this 200 MA, we go further to the upside. So, but you can see we're a little too far away from the 21 for us to continue to pump, usually. Now, anything could happen. But from my years of back testing, we're a little too high. Unless we just get a really crazy short squeeze. But it's more likely that we go into some type of sideways chop here on the Friday afternoon. But it also starts to suggest that like 6, maybe 10 hours from now into Friday night, we may get a bit of a pump here. What I like about the pump, too, if we can distribute sideways, the altcoins will pump. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance for a split second and see if we see any indication of an altcoin weekend. You know, we used to have party on the altcoins for the weekend, right? Party on a weekend. And today was a good day for the portfolio. I'm up pretty nicely. You know, I shared with my trading group. I don't always like to be like rude out here live, but I share with my trading group, you know, the portfolio wins, what I did, what I swung traders, just what's going on. And man, today's a beautiful day, right? So Bitcoin got a pump, portfolios got a pump, all coins back. Solana, you know, getting back hopefully to 150 and more. We'll see what happens, but I like so far what I'm seeing. So Bitcoin dominance in that, you know, you can see I got it basically in a bit of a cup and handle. And this trend line. But look at the 3 hour. Let's take a look at our 4 hour time frame. Our 4 hour time frame still has legs, just breach overbought. But look, it could be making a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. So here's the deal. If the 4 hour time frame gets rejected here, it comes on down, we may get some alt love. If we breach this and we tend to pump, then kind of, you know, so I'd be watching the 4 hour 200 MA here on Bitcoin dominance and see. Right now we got a little rejection from it. We didn't really get, you know, solidly to it. So we'll see. That could produce a little bit of a gain here for some of the altcoins this weekend if Bitcoin dominance can just let off steam a little bit. Bitcoin holding 61,800. I mean, that's absolutely beautiful. If you ask me, that's a lovely, lovely thing. All right. Make a funky Sammy Cup and Handy form in the 4 hour on Bitcoin. Possibly. Bottom feeders, check out T-Food or Tone. You know, it's funny. I know T-Food and Tone. I actually still own a piece of it from a long time ago. Amen to 10% polio pump today. Amen. Exactly. Amen, my friend. Amen. If you had like 300 grand, you made almost 30 grand, right? If you had whatever. I mean, today was a good day. Today was a good day. And honestly, I like what I'm seeing here with the moving averages. This is usually how it starts. Very similar to how it dumps. If you were to lose this, you'd get a nasty dump to the downside, which would continue further where to the 4 hour 200 MA. Almost telling me, look, it's bearish div and you drop down. That's the money printer upside down. It's almost kind of telling it, I'm looking for the 4 hour to come eat that 200 MA. Let's look at Solana USDT. I had the same thing going on Solana on the 4 hour. I want to see this breach and pump to the upside. It looks like it's going to. It just maybe has to make a little bit of a flag first. You can say Solana hit resistance for, you know, and I'll do a more long-term analysis on that when the time is right. So look at this 1 minute. It formed a flag. It's doing good consolidation. So look at that 1 minute flag right there that I just missed. And again, you'll see things pump. And so look, everything I'm teaching you, you can use again and again on multiple time frames. Look, we did this for the weekly. So look, we pumped up huge, right? The 21 was too far from price. We usually can't continue until we flag out. So what I'll do is I'll make a sideways flag and a downward flag. I call this the twisted sister. You don't know which way it's going to go, so you watch it. You let a few minutes go by. What you want to see is the stochastics reset to the downside while boom, and look at that, boom. And so I watch price action and I set the trap. I wish I had said it for us right then, you know, but boom. And so we had a double bottom that played out. We had a flag that played out. You see the beautifulness here? Now this tells me there's more upside all the way back to 62,122. Then we get back to 62K. Bang, bang, bang. And then the 1 hour breaches the what? The 200 MA. When the 1 hour breaches the 200 MA, fireworks. You can be up here on the stochastics and this thing will continue to pump like you read about. So the only wariness I have is how we're a little too far away from the 21-day moving average. So to me, like if we pump hard, like there's going to be a pullback, a pretty nasty one. You see, it's interesting how this all works. Like once you get away from one, you have to remember that one too. See. But so far, so good on the 1 minute time frame. Let's see if we can get to the allotted measured move here at 62,121. Why is that the measured move? That's the length of the previous pole. Algorithmically, we will go that same length. Don't ask me why. That's just how it works. Maybe some resistance here. We had a hit at 62K. That's the even number, right? Shout out to Rafin Rafa. I like TokenFi. I own about $5,000 USD. I keep buying it. I think it's beautiful. I add to that coin whenever I get a chance. It gives me exposure to RWA, and I'm really excited. So, yeah. And we got resistance here, too, at 62,124. Can we get there is the question. No real bearish div yet. They both kind of move up. Let's see what happens. I like this for Bitcoin. Let me get back into my top-down analysis. I get carried away on the little time frame because I'm trying, I'm attempting to be live with the action as it's happening. You don't want to miss that vibe, right? So to me, it's all about the 12-hour today closing above this and staying above it. There's a chance we never go back below this again. Last time we were below it for a little while, we ended up, that was it. Once we breached it, we were gone. And it was the beginning of the bull run, really, when we really got above this on the 12-hour. That you could say, that was 18,000. And we never looked back. We bounced off it a couple times. We lost it there and there. That's why that hidden bullish on the 3-day chart really got us through these. You see, it's like I used a plethora of a bunch of different things to get us through the move. And look, there's the pump continuing to the upside here for Bitcoin out that flag. And that's just my system. You can see my system over and over again. You can see what I do over and over again. I do the same things to produce gains over and over again. Nothing is exact. Nothing happens for sure. Nothing's guaranteed, but the probabilities are there. And if you watch me 90 days, 60 to 70 of those days, you're going to see me hitting. Probably about 75 of those days, you're going to see me hitting. It's very rare I'm going to be like, I don't know where price is going. It does happen. It does happen where I'm like, I'm not sure what price is going to do. Funny, we had chances to get into some of these smaller memes. I do like Tucker. I think it has legs. I think it could do some damage over time. And honestly, look, people don't realize, they say memes don't follow fib, but look, that's your fib to the 618 golden pocket. And you're gone. Had you bought the golden pocket, you'd be in the money right now. And look, it's up almost 167%. And if it hits the target, you're going to be up 267%. And again, yeah, it struggled a little bit from this flag, but it never went lower. And it stayed in the golden pocket, basically accumulated for literally about, about 7-8 days of accumulation there. Amazing. Look, now they got baby gummy. I can't stand when they just add a baby to the coin and call it a coin. I think that's the lamest thing ever, man. That'll forever get on my nerves. Nothing gets on my nerves. I'm always in a good mood, but I always think it's strange. Like you can't do better than baby gummy. I like the consolidation here for gummy. I personally am into gummy. Just like Tucker took off, I believe it's just, if these other meme coins can get legs, then how can gummy not get legs? It's represented by one of the biggest communities in crypto. They push out content every single day. They don't miss. They may have some internet issues like when he's traveling, which I've seen, but just like me, it happens. But 99% of the time, they're spot on with their stream and what they're doing. So, shout out to all the consistent tubers out there that keep pushing content out for crypto, because without us, what is cryptocurrency? We're on the biggest, social platform doing big things every day for the space. Liver, could you check out ABT, PNG, Spaceship, and GFI? That's 3 coins, man. Possibly. Can you look at TRB? All right, you ask one more time. If you ask again, you're out. You're not out. We love you, but just chill with the spur. That is called spamming. All right, that's called spamming. You have new base airdrops this week. Cool, man. Where are you finding out about the base airdrops? Do you know anything about gummy tokenomics, unlocks, etc.? Well, most of it was given away. 30% was given away. That's why gummy is the most. It's gonna have some airdrops, but gummy's not gonna be getting dumped on like you thought. Keep doing you big money pumping. Shout out to you, my man. God bless to all the beautiful lifers out there and everybody kicking it with me today. So there we go. We downstream to 720p. It looks a little better on the phone. It helps people that do phones, you know. It seems to be going well too as well. No issues at all. So, you know, we may have to do that for a while just to keep the stream alive. But, you know, the stream's looking great. And I'm excited. So, you know, and I'm just happy, man. I'm happy to be alive, happy to be here. There's just no reason to be upset in this life, really. I'm in beautiful Florida, doing beautiful things. And I'm just super excited to be here with each and every one of you. Look inside your base wallet. They keep sending more base coins to us. I think I'd have to import the tokens to see them, though. That's what happened to me last time, you know. I got Base AI, Roost, Brett, Normie, ETH. Got some Toby for free that's worth $8. And don't touch this baby coin. That was, and I just want to get rid of this thing out of my, I want to delete it. Anyway, you know, Gummy getting tight. A big move is coming for Gummy up or down. If the market holds, it's obviously going to be a move to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing for Gummy. There's its 200 MA there on the 1 hour. It gets above that. I could see some gains. I would look for Gummy for more. I'm in Gummy personally. So you do you. I put money into Gummy, you know. Right. I've been talking about Based AI over and over again, guys. I've been talking about it, telling you guys about it over and over and over again. And remember, Blowfin launched Gummy. One of the few places where you could get Gummy really fast and easily was through Blowfin. So check out Blowfin today. Sign up, make it an exchange that you want to use. They're awesome. I like Blowfin. They're making waves and coming out. So where the whales are made, check out Blowfin. Hit the link in the description. Blowfin, baby. We also have it pinned in the comment section here today as well. Miami Dolphins YouTube channel. Bang, bang, bang. Love you, brother. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So now I'm here just on the actual perpetual, just want to see if there's any moves to be made here, any moves to be had, any games to be played. Almost like shoulder, head, and shoulder, even though it's weird. I know I'm getting crazy there. But look, we fell out of the pattern, double bottom, got back inside. It makes the trend look a little more tempting, right? Bit of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, even though it's the messiest thing I've ever seen. 62,006. Let's take a look at our liquidity for BOOKMAP. Dare I load BOOKMAP? Pushing it. He's pushing it. How's Blowfin's liquidity volume? It's growing. They do have to raise the volume and get it. You know, it's a newer exchange, but it's better that, you know, it's full. You got to check on your neighbors. They might be running a BTC mining hub. I know, right? Jacking the internet. Awesome. We look here at BOOKMAP. All right. We can see that there's a big red, the scarlet red, dude. I don't like seeing scarlet red. That's like blood red, right? Scarlet red down at 61,002, which tells us we may have to take a dump to the downside here. So it's not all love. The 1 minute's going to tell us. When the 1 minute loses the 200 decisively, not just a little dip, like closes 3 or 4 candles below, it's likely going to be the beginning of a bigger move down, all right? we still got some liquidity above us all the way to 63,000, and they built a little bit there with the Gaussian blur. But you can see, I mean, we still got big boy liquidity down there. But look, the boys at 58,000 disappeared. Interesting. Now there's just one guy down at 50, and usually that's like the guy who forgot he left it there for a week or two to see if it will get filled. Interesting. So it tells us that we have strong support at 62, 61.2 at this. If we go down there, there's going to be a big glob of liquidity to buy. So just be careful if you want to, it tells us to be careful for the longs. We may get squeezed, right? It says, watch out for the longs. You may get squeezed. Shout out to the super chats. All who super chatted, we love you. We appreciate you. Let's take a look at those beautiful super chats. $40 in super chat. You people are absolutely amazing. All right. So you know what it is? When you stream in 720, your bit rate should be 25. But I raised the bit rate up to 48 because that's what it is on 1080, right? So it wants me to lower the bit rate. So I still have high bit rate despite making 720. So I think I could still get away with 1080, man. I think there's no, I think 1080 would still work. I think it was, but I don't know though. I don't want to push the envelope. All right. I want to pump. I long for life. Funny. You guys are funny, man. Gollum. Can we have a short squeeze? It's looking pretty right for a move to the upside here. Like, look, I'm liking this. It's a bit of a flag, right? With a potential move further to the upside. Take us up to 62,037. Oh, there it goes, right when I'm about to... Dang. Well, look, the low stochastic, that's my move. The 21-day moving average. Inside the flag, can we get the fall through pump? Back to 62. It says we're going to get up to about 62,000 and get the move further to the upside. It is a Friday with lackluster volume. Usually by now, 1 p.m. on a Friday... But look, we're getting some price action. Since I've been live, we've been getting some price action. So I went live and this W played out, and then we got the pump out the flag. Can we get a pump out? Can we go 3 for 3? Stream quality looks good. It does look really good, right? I was looking into my phone. How do I become a member on your YouTube channel? I think you just click a button and you hit at and become a member. Yeah, I don't think it's hard, but I don't know. I can't become a member of my own channel. Hey, sir, please, do you have 100% working? Nobody has 100% working strategy. That's insane. To ask that question is just like, yes, I am 100%. I am a robot. No human being is 100%. Like, it's almost like being 100% is like living forever. Like, I can't die. Like, I'm never going to die. It's like I'm a human. And because I'm going to die and I'm a human being, I can't be 100%, man. It's just impossible. I can be really close. I can be as close to humanly possible. I can do everything I say I'm going to do. I can show up at the times I'm supposed to show up, and I can be the most dependent person I can be, but I'll never be 100% when it comes to my trade calls. Like, it's just impossible. Nobody can. We have 1,137 loyal people because you guys came to the stream no matter what. So let's get those likes all the way to 1,000. Like there's just no reason why the 1,000 people here can't get the likes up. Any new people on the stream who've never been here before, this new time just caught you off guard and you end up jumping on in. Put a 333 if you're new. You've never been to this stream. And you're just like, what's going on with this guy? Who is this guy? What's happening? Who's the crypto lifer? I want to know more. I want to jump on in. All right. Remember that 90s song, Only Way Is Up. Yeah. Or how about Double Vision? About that life for vision. Sir, can you please tell, do you have any 100%? I like that. He's asking me if I have 100%. Namaste, amigos. I hit the love button if there was one. There is. It's right here. Let me show you. There's a love button right here, and you can just tap on these. See that? And you can send love emojis all you want. See that? You can send little... This is cool. And throughout the stream, when you see something you like, or, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that, or, oh yeah, I love... You can send love my way, man. Look, I know you're doing... Raves, there he goes. There he goes, pumping the hearts. It's fun to click. It's reactive, too. You go... You know what I mean? Blessings on blessings, man. Double Vision was the name of my local... Yo, you're so... XCN, love this coin. Can you please check it out? Shout out to John West in the house. Thank you for the super chat, man. We love you. We appreciate you. and we care so much about you all. And you gotta have a good time in life. Like, you know, I could be upset that the stream didn't go well, but I'm live now. I'm in the present moment right now, and I got beautiful people with me right now. And so how I react when times aren't perfect is how you react if you can react good when things aren't good, imagine how you're going to feel when things are good. You're going to be on point. You know what I'm saying? What a great way to think about life. What a great way to twist it around. Always twist it in your favor. There's no other reason not to. You only have one life to live. You might as well make it happen. Shout out to all you beautiful people here. I really, truly love you all. You mean the world to me. I care about you all. I thank you all, and I'm just excited to be here with each and every one of you. So thank you. I may say it too much, and I'm sorry if I do. If I use the word love too much, I apologize. But you know what? Love is the strongest frequency in the world, and when we live in love, we cannot be denied, because that means we want gratitude for all. We want growth for all. Look, is there a strong bearish div here? Kind of is now. See that? Bearish div on the 1 minute. And normally I would never chop off that double bottom. It really should be like that, right? But just interesting to see if we had a tighter trend, you know? If we bounce out of nowhere, we're going to know that other people are looking at it somewhat similar. So look, we got the pump, but we didn't get all the way to the space move. You know, we ended up getting some bearish div there. And kind of a head and shoulder pattern where the head wasn't as big, which is weird, but it's still, you know, I've seen it play out similar to a head and shoulder, even if the head is tiny, but they're very rare. Usually you don't see that. So 12 hour, honestly, I made a trade already today. I scalped beautifully. I'm super excited. You know, I can wait for a more opportune time to trade later on. I don't have to force it. And even if all I made today was 280, I'd be happy with that. You know, I do that every day. That's going to be a pretty good week, a pretty good month, you know, almost $9,000 a month. So, and that's just with my leverage trading account, not with my swing trades and my other trades and my other things going on. So it's like, and then I could use that money to buy Bitcoin or do other things with it. So don't force yourself, man. Even and of course I want big money. I want to make $10,000 a day, you know, and you know, again, I swung trade some stuff too, my bigger portfolio, and I bought things on the lows, and that's why my portfolio is up, you know, pretty nicely today. Because I bought a lot of coins on the low, right? When people were bugging out, I was shelling money into the market. So, and I kept saying that, you know, if you can't buy the red, then when can you buy? If you can't buy the red, then when can you buy, right? So, come on, everyone, hit that like button. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Shout out to Blair Stevenson, getting that like train going with the quadruple 11s, 11. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the love. You're awesome, brother. I love people like you, upbeat, with a high spirit, ready to go. If you guys keep hitting that like button too, you'll get us to 1,500 people. Somehow, some way, you'll pump us up. Look, I used to have 3 people watching the stream. Look what you guys have done. It's each and every one of you have done this. You guys are in control. You guys are the ones that have got me here. I kept giving out the information. The algorithm can't force it. You guys forced the hand of the algorithm. You kept saying, hey, this is what we like, and the algorithm kept giving you guys what you wanted. So if you help me help you, we can propel ourselves to another level. I'm telling you right now, I need your help. I mean, I desire your help. Dear Lord, I desire them all to hit the like button. That is my true desire for each and every one here. That's what I desire for you to do. It would be awesome if you met that passion within me and did what the most passionate, cool thing to do was hit that like button. All right, let's get it going. Today was a rough patch in the stream. Let's get it going, baby. All right. So we got back above 61,000. Right, 280. Beautiful. As long as we close a candle above there, I'm a happy man. That's it right there. 61, yeah, 61 too. And then I just, and then close up, close above here for sure, but close above there even better. And then on the daily, like I showed you, a close above here, these 2 candles. And this close is nice. So far so good. We got tweezer bottoms, and then we got the bullish engulfing candle really. So I'm happy for today. If we close right now at 61.8, a beautiful day, back above 60K. Like, you don't want to, you take it one step, one day at a time. The idea is, do we come up here and dump back down, or do we come up here and continue to the upside? That's what the smaller time frames are going to tell us by holding the 200 MA on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour here. So let's take a look at what's happening. The 15 minute, I believe, is going to be our go-to today. As time slows down, the 1 minute will be a little too choppy, but the 15 minute, It's showing signs of a possible bigger move coming on later today. It really is. And that would take us to 64,900. Like, what if we went all the way up to 64.9 today? I believe this is possible. Let's look at the trade and see what's happening. Why do I believe this is possible? Well, because it's the way the moving averages are setting up on the 1 hour time frame and the way you could get explosively above the 200 here. And so now you're looking for where the 200 is in the 4 hour, because once you break the 1 hour, and this is what I've learned, to use the 4 hour in tandem with so once you break that 1 hour 200 SMA, you're going to go and hit the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame. Look at the last time we hit the 200 SMA on the 4 hour. If we go back in time to that area, like, so we can look and we can map it out. Where do we hit it? We hit it right here. Right? So boom, boom. We go back to the 1 hour and take a look at what happened first, right? First, we got above the 1 hour 200. Then where did we go? We ended up coming right to the 4 hour. You see? You see? And then we hit the 4 hour. So just like this, we get above the 1 hour here. Where do we go? So I'm giving you gold right now, like that nobody should know this. This is like hush, hush, keep it on the low information that nobody should know. Like nobody should know this. It's ridiculous that I'm giving it away. I shouldn't give this. I actually feel guilty for myself for the years that I spent doing this to give it for free. But you know what? I don't know how long I'm going to be here, and I truly want to help. And so my legend, like how I basically form a bond with God is I say, God, I know I could make more money, or maybe, you know, sprinkle this stuff more and then make people pay for it. But if I prove to you that I love all your people and I give what I've learned that took me years to figure out, and like till my eyes burn in front of the charts for hours and hours and money lost and time spent, you will reward me with a beautiful life, and I'll have nothing to worry about. So like through this internal gift of giving, of knowledge, I've been blessed by such an amazing life. And I always knew that was going to happen. I'd live in the house I wanted. I'd have all the things that I have, the studio that I needed. And so you just fall in love with the gift of giving. And again, you could say, oh yeah, it's all about you. It's your channel. You're just, you know, and again, you could look at it however you want. But there's some gems I'm telling you that I figured out that took me years and years and years to figure out. And I love giving them to you. I love showing you the way. And again, today I'm extra nice because whoever stuck with me this whole time, I've got this extra affinity, this extra feeling for you. So I'm just super happy. Like, you're the loyal ones. Like, you guys will follow me no matter what. You know, we got 1,150 people here, no matter what lunchtime, no matter what it was, whatever time it was, they're here, man, supporting me, knowing that today was a struggle, and said, you know what, I'm here anyway. I don't give a dang. And you knew I was going to show up. You knew I was never going to say no stream today. That just wasn't going to happen. That just was never in the cards. No way. No way was that ever going to happen, right? So, who here is new on the stream? I asked before, but I didn't really see. Who here is new on the stream? Put a 333 if you're new on the stream. We want to bring you into the 333 frequency. I want to see how many people hit the physical keyboard of their 333. Right now, I'm affecting the physical world through speech, right? How many people are going to put 333 on that keyboard? So if you're new to the stream, you've never seen me before, hit that 333. I want to see what the algorithm is doing. Shout out to Daily Dose of Twitch Chips. Shout out to everybody here. Wow, a lot of new people here on the stream. That's amazing. Shout out to Sean. He's brand new. Sean, we love you for being new. I love the 4466. You guys are funny, man. Can you check out the total market cap on altcoins? Thanks for the only good crypto trading channel on YouTube. Shout out to my man. We love you. That's not true. There's a bunch of awesome people out here. Thank you for thinking I'm the best. I appreciate that, though. I'm not gonna argue with that. All right. Shout out to the 777. Shout out to all the lifers too that are coming through with their own numbers. 777s, 333s. And shout out to everyone. Put any number you want that you contend with. If it's your 777, she's a 333. If you're 111, just throw some numbers out there. Let's get the movement going. Let's let you know you guys are doing good. Look, the likes up to 580. Look what you did. You got the likes up to 580. You got the viewers up to 1,200. See? Keep pumping this market. Guys, let's get up to 15. Show me you guys can do this. Like, look at what you guys just did. You guys just did this. If more people keep hitting the like button, we're going to get to 1,300, 1,500. We're going to actually start propelling this crazy impromptu live stream into something bigger than it ever could have been. So let's go, baby. Let's go. They can't take away what we got. We got too much charisma, too much embodiment, too much energy, too much focus, baby. Too much passion for the game. And so you can't beat this passion. I love you all. You know it. I know it. And you love me. You guys got me through some of the hardest times in my life. Blessings on blessings to be here with each and every one of you. Ripping that chat rate up to 106. You people are awesome, man. So is it a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder? Or is it an ascending triangle getting tight for possible movement? Take a look at our 7-minute time frame. It's going to be a bit of a go-to. And we want to see this, the RSI kind of come down without losing too much. The RSI looks like a shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Looks like we're going to take a nasty little dump away. We got really a little too far away on the 21. So the 7-minute is telling, hey, I may want to reset. See that? These are just the facts. We could say we're in maybe this little tight channel too, and we pumped up for a fake out. There is a bearish div on the 7-minute. As that swings down while that swung to the upside, and that tells you, you know. So, and like you'll lose the 21, you'll dump here. Oh, I'm on the 10-minute, forgive me, but you know, not the same, but you'll lose the 21, you'll dump to the 50, then you'll dump, you know, and it's kind of, look, it does look shoulder, head, right. It looks very head and shoulder pattern-esque. So that looks like a dump. The measured move would take you the length of the side pole here. Maybe even further down, somewhere to possibly about 60,000 for Bitcoin, right? Shoulder, head, right shoulder, bearish div. I mean, it is what it is. Stronger bearish div on the 7-minute too. Now, RSI wants to go lower. Stochastics is turning on you. And we got that liquidity below us too as well, all right? I'm here every day. Love and appreciate you, Sam. Shout out to Drew C. calling you out. You're the Dave C. We love you. Shout out to Vig Valaga Stream. Dave, man, thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate you, man. Shout out to the Doberman guy. Shout out to Justin Lloyd. Shout out to Caspin Coin Pampa. Is the Doberman guy the guy that John McAfee? No, shout out to Art of Or. Shout out to Mr. Tamil Gaming. Shout out to the Art of Orvies 1. Most genuine channel out there. Shout out to Frankie. We love you, man. I love you. When you live stream every day, you're going to have eventually some type of internet issue at one point, right? It's just going to happen. It's going to happen. There's going to be some, and you travel, live stream, and cover the world. You cover ground. You're going to go through some issues here and there. It's going to happen. How you deal with those issues is the key to your success. How you bounce back, how you maintain, how you focus through technical issues. You know, my whole life was fixing technical issues for major multi-studios and, you know, multi-million-dollar shows. I worked for David Letterman, and I was the guy when they came to me, why is the file not working? Like, and I had to slowly troubleshoot. Some days I had no idea what I was doing. I was looking things up online and then coming back in the room acting cool as a cucumber, like I knew exactly what I was doing. And, you know, sometimes I phoned a friend, and my friend who was in the position before knew exactly what to do. I just a couple texts, and they, you know, and I had good connections, so people were there for me. And through that, I learned, and I continued to grind, and I continued to find my way when it came to TV and production. And there's a lot to TV production. There's electrical engineering. You have to understand time code. So not only do you have to be an electrical engineer in a way, but you have to know time code. And you also have to be a video engineer. You have to know how to connect everything, HDMI, you know, which is not a big deal, but HDMI to display port to HDMI. Like, which one do you need? Do you need a switcher? How many switchers? You need a new RJ45, right? Which is Cat 6. Now they got Cat 8. You know, you got to learn how to run fiber, or how the fiber was run. Usually a guy will come in and run the fiber for you. But you just got to understand a lot of what's happening and why. You got to know bandwidth, you know, megabits per second. You got to understand what cameras use what codec and why, how to flip the codec. And then you also have to know how to keep all the cameras in sync. And it's a pretty intense job, to be honest. Like, I loved it because it was like a deep dive in a way. You know, I didn't love the position going into work every day, but I like tech work and figuring out tech. I like having to figure out tech. It scares a lot of people. If you're not afraid of tech, you can make a lot of money because a lot of people are afraid of tech, you know? So if you're just willing to deep dive and press buttons. So what I would do is I would take the tech home and just break it and fix it again. You know what I mean? Or just like, I'd set up a new system that nobody knew about, and I'd play with it till I figured it out. Maybe everyone would have done it if it had the time, right? Other ones at their own computer, and they're afraid they're going to, you know, again, fear. They're afraid. Don't use fear. So look, I see this falling wedge breaking out, but how good? But I did see this little wedge. Looks like it's tight moving average. We didn't lose the 200 MA on the 1 minute. As long as we stay above that, we can get pretty tight here. So I'm giving you mixed signals. I see some bearish div. I am seeing some mixed signals, but the daily looks strong. The daily looks strong, and when the daily's strong, it gives me hope for a move. Stop loss will be below this previous low, the double bottom, right? Because it showed strong support at 61.5. So stop loss below 61.5. You call it 61,500 even. 499 if you want, you know. And the take profit, you just have to be smaller about it, like just the base of this triangle, really. That goes to about 62,500. All right. It's still a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, even with the deep stop. All right. Now again, I'm still seeing some bearishness on the 7. It'll all get confirmed if the 1 minute decides to like dump and lose the 200. When the 1 minute loses the 200, you lose this point of control, and then that head and shoulder on the 7, shoulder, head, and shoulder will likely play out to the downside, right? I don't know what's going to happen. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. So you're like, how is he so accurate, though? Because I'm willing to take a shot over and over again, and more than not, I'm right based on my ability to consistently go at it. But you have to be consistent. I want to be a lifer, but I don't want to pay with crypto. Could you tell me your email address, please? Yes, Crypto Lifers. And Sean, just write that in, or anyone out there, Lakochi, cryptolifers@gmail.com if you would like to pay in cryptocurrency. Sir, you seem so religious. Can you please tell why God created pain when God knows why humans don't like it? You don't know what you're being, sad to say, you don't know what you're being technically groomed for. I guess I shouldn't say that, but you don't know what you're being, what this life is getting you ready for. So have faith in God that he's just, whatever pain you're going through, there's a reason for it here. You may not be able to feel the pain in the next life, and you may not be able to learn the lessons you learned here. And you maybe wish you got the pain here now, because in your next life you don't get, this may be the pain actually may be such a blessing here because it teaches us so much. I would never have had the beautiful things in my life right now without the pain that I suffered. Once you truly believe in God and fall in love with God, you realize that all the pains that you had in life were needed. Even the death of my mother on Thanksgiving Day in front of me. Even the day, because now I have so much gratitude for every little thing in my life. Over, that loss, that experience has produced such an amount of gratitude for me. The fact that I was with my mom, the fact that I saw her on her last day, the fact that she didn't die alone, the fact that I was the one to get in the ambulance, the fact that I was right there for her. I held her hand. I told her I was going to be there for her. I told her everything was going to be okay. I got closure, and not everybody gets that closure. So I got a blessing that day that a lot of people never get a chance to get. It took me months to be able to say that out loud. Before, I was just like, my mom died on Thanksgiving. All I could think about was what everyone else would say. Oh my gosh, how could you go through that? But I gotta make it. I gotta be more of a spiritual guru. I gotta flip it. I gotta get to another place of ascension and enlightenment. And when you get to another place of ascension and enlightenment, you realize that all death is a movement, that even the death of your mother is an experience, and that everything's gonna be fine. I mean, kind of a cup and handle here too. I see, to me, this is I take that was a fake out breakdown. I see a tight ascending triangle, 50-50 shot of going either way, in my humble opinion. A symmetrical. It's about a 50-50 shot of going either way here. Sad to say. You got some little support right there that I feel like that's where you would go. 61.3, or we break up to about 62.5. So we'll leave that bigger one out for now, the bigger idea. But so this is what I see happening. This is kind of where we stand here for Bitcoin as we get tighter into Friday afternoon. After a pump like that, you usually get back a lot. The fact that you're fighting with a higher low is interesting. Says we may get that higher high. I'm warming up to a long. The longer we sit and I watch this, the more I warm up to a long. What type of long do I want to take? The bigger long? So I got two questions in my mind now. Do I want to take this long? Okay. Which to me has a big measured move. Because you know why I'm taking this measured move? I've seen it so many times hit that measured move. I mean, the market would go ecstatic. We get back to 64.8. People would bug out. Well, the bull run's back on. The bull run never was off. I just want to make that. Even if we went to 53,000, I want to make it clear. I kept telling you, unless we broke the low inside of the weekly macro trend, the bull run was on, right? So 7-to-1 risk reward ratio out of this flag to the upside. Still a high likelihood you get stopped out. But again, and that could take us to 64.8. Stopped out somewhere about 61.499, right? 399. We lose 61.5. So this is a possibility. And then if we zoom in, this is another possibility, right? And I know it's symmetrical with either. So this will determine really what's going to happen on the bigger and the smaller time frame. And I could scalp this if I wanted to 62.3. And my stop loss would be at this low or literally somewhere here, like 3. Now, this is more risky because I'm closer to price action. But I also probably would have a smaller stop loss on this one. So now I ask myself, like, which trade do I want to take? See? And that's like another, a bit of a dilemma there. Not a dilemma, but, it's options. I got options. Friday afternoon, I tend to take the smaller trade, but you never know. We could end up, the fact that the 1 minute is staying above the 200 SMA, and the second we lose the 200 SMA, the trade's over. So it's kind of like, you have like, okay, I don't want to be in it anyway type of feeling, right? 62,337. And look how long it can take me a couple hours till I decide to get inside a trade, playing with my analysis, watching price action. And I love being here with you guys. Help me because you guys help me see things that I wouldn't see. And it's 61,647. Notice I have 2 reds, 2 greens, right? And it's like 117 for 440. And I already made 280 today on one, more than that actually, because I scalped a couple things in the morning. So let's see. $15-minute looks like it's just going to pump hard, right? But I do see shoulder, kind of head, shoulder. I got rounded top, shoulder, head, right shoulder there too. It's high risk because it's a low volume Friday. Likely that it's more likely that I'll lose the trade than not. All right. Afternoon stream is going to pump, right? Mexi would love to bring back that 2% as well. Yeah. Yeah, Mexi cut fees in half yet again, everybody. Every time the market goes low, they cut fees in half. They know there's less people out there. They make it, they're like, I know, you're bearish. They pull you back in with less fees. I mean, I think it's, no one else is doing that. They're keeping their fees exactly the same. You got to love them for that. Is it Friday low? Afternoon stream is going, yeah, life will never miss a stream as long as his heart is beating. You're a true blessing. Amen. Thank you. Let's get those likes up to the watchers, though. Y'all keep doing it. 675 likes. That's amazing. I love that. That's huge. I'm gonna take the long because we're above the 200, and I'm feeling hot tonight. I'm feeling hot today. So I took the long. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Like I say, you should be taking this financial advice. You do not have to take a long because I did. I'm risking 117 to make 400. We'll see what happens. I took the long out this little flag because we stayed above the 200 for so long. It looks likely, and because the 15-minute looks good to me, and the daily also looks good to me. Look, I'm up $36 on that long immediately. $40, the fastest $40 you'll make in it. That's how to make $40 in literally under 30 seconds. Like if I close that is oh man, dang, we're up there in 2 seconds, right? Look at this little flag, and we broke out. We're kind of retesting. So I've beat price action. Can't say that beat it up like a, it doesn't sound right anymore with all the PETA, is it PETA, right? All the PETA stuff going on. PETA is like, the organization that protects animals, which I think is great. I'm not, I want animals to be protected. But it's whoever came that beat it, you beat that like a dead horse. Like, just sound like, who would beat a dead horse? It's so horrible, right? Sir, I got advice. Hold the winner and close the loser. I do that, but market shakes me out. I don't do that. I get in one way or the other, man. I don't open 2 trades and flip the other way. I've done it a few times. It just doesn't work. I'm an all or nothing guy. Like, it doesn't work for me. It's not my style. Today, after 4 years, I was able to pay off the debts I inherited after my father's death. I gave up. There's a saying, always a new door opening somewhere. I hate it, but you were my door at the right time. Amen, brother. I love you so much for telling me that you got out of debt. I remember getting out of my debt with man, so much. I just, blessings on blessings, man. Thank you. God bless you, brother. You could just save something for later and do the bigger trade, but that smaller trade is kind of juicy. I know, right? It looked like we might get a nice little move. We'll see what happens. It's Friday, so it's not guaranteed. Again, I'm live trading here on MEXC. Link in the description to MEXC if you want to jump on in. All right. I Trust Capital. Hit our weekly newsletter. If you hit my link right here and you come to cryptolifer.com, the new and beautiful website. Look, green, baby, green. You got to love that. Join today. Jump on into the guy that never takes a day off and join our trading group. Hit your email address in here and consent to receive our weekly newsletter every single week. 2 times a week, we'll hit you off with the awesome sauce. So jump on in. That little value, we give you so much value back. So start right? Slap hands with 2 guys with the blue shirts on. I'm just joking around, but start the right way and achieve your goals. All right? Jump on in today and hang out with a like-minded community. Obtain crucial feedback on your charts and gain confidence and train your emotions. Like, this is where you can really find who you are as a trader. And I'm here every single day, never taking a day off. And we got so many people there to benefit, help you, show you the way, and get you going. This is bullish consolidation as far as I'm concerned. And I like what I'm seeing. And so I'm long, and I showed you a long. I also put my money where my mouth is. I open trades live in front of you. I buy coins in front of you. I buy Bitcoin on the low. You see me do it. Whenever we were low, I was buying 58, 56,000, 57,000. I said, you got to buy these areas. You got to buy Bitcoin. I've been, gobbling up Bitcoin right now recently. Look, now we're back up $42. Only up 1%, but we'll see what happens. It's $2,600 at 20x leverage. It's a $52,000 trade. So we'll see. It's as if you put 50 grand into Bitcoin right now. That's exactly how this trade is playing out, you see. By using 2,600. It's called leverage. Don't use it if you don't know what you're doing, please. I didn't touch leverage for 8 years of my trading career. I made close to a few hundred grand, and had unrealized gains of 500,000 or more, and never used a pinch of leverage doing it, okay? So you don't have to use leverage. I want to make that really clear to become a multi-millionaire. You think you do. You do not. Look, up $92 on the trade. We're already ripping, and we're starting to get that move. How did I know we were going to move? How does Sammy know when it's going to happen? How does he just do it? How do I show up and we get the pump to the upside, baby? Bang, bang, bang. I love that. I love that. I love that. Give it to me live. Now, the only thing about this is I don't trust pumps on a Friday as much as I pump, on another day. The 15-minute looks like it's going to fly, though. I'm staying in on this trade because the 15-minute just looks too good to me. And I'm going to let that 15-minute carry me to Valhalla, baby. Take me to Valhalla. Bum, bum, bum. Woo! Sorry, I'm getting funky right now, but I just like when, we pump on the stream. And I like that I came late. We still got the pump. And it shows you that any time of day I can show you how to get busy. I don't care what day of the week it is. I don't care what time it is. I got it, baby. I got it like that. Let's go, baby. And it could easily reverse and go right back down, too. Learn to take profits. Like on a Friday, man, I'm torn between letting it ride and taking my profit. I made $100 in 4 minutes, 5 minutes, right? I mean, and that adds to the money I already made today. And, you make $400 a day, you're doing really good. You can do that 10 times a week, and you're making $4,000 a week. That's an extra $40,000 in 10 months, It could change, Everyone's going for this big amount of money, but I remember when I started off, just 50 grand would have changed my life, would have given me some space When you don't have a lot of, not, when you don't have tons of money, even just a good amount of money, you don't have to have millions and hundreds of grand to really change, your position. Like back then, I just needed to be able to sit for 6 months and trade the markets and learn the markets, but I didn't have the time to do that because I'm at work all day long. So once I made 50 grand, 60 grand, I could take some time off of work and I could show my wife, hey, but I got some savings, so you can't yell at me for taking time off, right? It's just like, you can't get married to a woman, have everything ready, and then just tell her you're gonna sit and figure it out. Like I see some guys do that, and then you'll stress your woman out, man. You got to let them know money's coming in, man. I know they're not money hungry, but they're security hungry, and money is part of security. And if you want your wife, your significant other, your lady to be happy, you got to produce, man. You got to bring home the bacon as the man of the family. I'm telling you right now. So she can focus on the kids. She can focus on, like right now, my wife, our third child. And, each child took a lot out of her. 8 months and then another year of breastfeeding. And like, man, it took years of her life. Like if she had a career, there's no way she would have been able to take care of my kids. Like impossible. I'm just going over the facts here. My wife could have had a career if she wanted to. And honestly, she does have a career. Actually, I don't even want to say that. She does. She runs this entire company. She tells me where to be, how to be there. She sets up my schedule. She handles every single person that doesn't get into the group or gets out of the group or helps, tells Jamie, and Jamie works with her. Like, I have a team of people, and my wife really helps the team and really does her job with the team. So she has a career. She's a career woman, and she was on the computer right now, pregnant. I got stuff to do. There's people that can't get in the group. I got to help people right now. She's on the laptop right now, grinding. She does not stop, man. So shout out to the Crypto Wifer, bro. We love you, Crypto Wifer. And without you, we'd have nothing. The stream wouldn't be here. Nothing would run as smoothly. She even fixed the problem today. She called the company and ended up getting this little thing that got sent today that I got right now. Jamie helped me, We're a team, baby. Look, 128 in the stream, baby. And you don't have to be a big shot. But if you're going to make $130 in 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to be pretty good over time. And to make $130 off of $2,000 is not easy. A lot of in a small amount of time, a lot of people can't do that. That's a skill. This is a skill that takes time to learn. Look at the rejection there. Tells me to be wary on the weekend. 15-minute looks good, but you never know. It doesn't mean you're guaranteed. What's guaranteed is a win right now. You know what I'm saying? Guarantee an extra 93 and call it a day. Look, it's not easy to sell. I'll close the long. Look, it's not easy to sell. It's not easy to do. Most people can't sell, and that's the main problem. I want to pay no fees. Oh yeah, they lowered the fees, so you can flash close now. I should have just flash closed it. Look at I was going to sell right there before the dump. Just smaller time frame consolidation. I can get back in this trade yet again. I can take the same trade again. Damn, I don't want to take $20 though. But I also protect the purse. I don't want to lose money. No reason. If you've already made money that day and you've hit a good quota, there's no reason to go back in, be greedy, and then lose some of that money. You get it? The rest of the day trade should just be add-ons. It's like having a huge meal and then your friend's like, do you want to just try a little bit of that appetizer? You don't have to eat it all. And you're like, all right, I'm going to take a few bites. I'm not going to sit there and get bloated over here. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's like. So, and you don't want to ruin the good meal that you had by getting bloated by overeating. So don't bloat yourself out, all right? And get all bloated. That mess, I should have I forgot. Now that Mexi's fees are back to like basically zero again, you can flash close with no problem. There's no reason not to, honestly, in my humble opinion. Like, it'll be like a couple bucks. Like, it won't matter. So, let's jump on into the super chats and see what's happening here on the live. Shout out to Super Pregnant Crypto Wifer. Let it ride. It's going to 63, 64. Probably chill there all weekend and then retest there Monday morning and continue up. So my strategy is when market goes against the traders who DCA, then I make an entry. Always good to have a good partner. Amen. No woman, no cry. You're funny. Sir, my strategy is when I don't know what you're saying, man. You say quotes. You've been annoying. I'm going to time you out for a little bit, my friend. I love you. You've been nice, but you don't write things 10 times and keep writing them. All right? You're going to be timed out for 30 minutes till you learn how to be a mature adult. I love you, brother, and please don't get mad at me. All right? But enough is enough. Like, you're berating me at this point, and I don't like it. All right, so stop. It's like you're going to get your way no matter what. I get it. Well, you did, right? So let's take a look here at ABT, USDT. All right. Arc block, which keeps getting a lot of love, man. People are talking about it. It's funny. I put it in this flag and I said it was hot. And I said it could go all the way up to 376. Look, it hit my target right there to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. So let's take a look. Did I think I believe I put this to the trading group, right? Well, we've been trading this coin since the beginning of the year, too. ABT. Yeah, look, I gave this to the trading group. I believe 414, sitting at 270. Look, you could go all on Coinbase, the ABT chart. And here I am giving you the Gate.io chart. I gave this to you guys. I called 376 on 316. March 16th, there it is right there and set in stone at 10:30 p.m. The exact entry for Arc Block Protocol and exactly where it was likely going to go. There's your before, there's your after, Sean. Look up ABT. I'm going to send you the after, man. But bang, I mean, 142% gains. Even when Bitcoin was dumping, we gave you one of the hottest trades in the game right there. Look at that. Arc Block, ABT, continuing to pump, doing damage, not giving a dang about anybody else or anybody's feelings. Just ripping. USDT. We give you the more, we cover more coins. We got into based AI. Soon everyone's going to talk about based AI. They're going to go over it and you're going to be like, but he didn't mention it. And everyone's going to think I'm not in the loop. But you're going to be like, Sam was buying based AI like 4 months ago. Just like all the coins that people talk about, a lot of them, I'm not saying I know it all. Like, I don't get everything, but we get a lot of the hot stuff, everybody. And we nail it. We were in Casper. We were in a lot of stuff super early. Look at ABT getting a beautiful move to the upside. I'd be taking some profits there. It looks like it's going to have to come back down to the 21-day moving average and retest 293. Unless the smaller time frames carry over, but, we'll see. So we came down. We bounced off the 200 SMA again, which could be the entry again. So, look, I delete everything. I reset my mind. I don't care how much work I've done. I used to freak out. I can't redo it. Now I just redo it so much that I never worry about having to redo it. First time I had to redo my TA was like, I was like, oh my gosh, like I did so much work. I can't do that again. Because it took me a lot longer to get it done, right? But now because I can spit it out, flip it out, rip it out, get equipped with it, master it, I'm like ready to go at any moment in time, right? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Above the point of control is key, and above the 200 MA is key. You hold that, there's just no reason you're not going to continue to pump. You lose that, then that 7-minute head and shoulder takes over and we dump. 1 minute is really showing us the signs of life here. And again, 61,585 now. A little lower of a stop, right? 62,622. And risk $100 for $300, $80 for $32, right? Snatch that long there because we could get at the pump, and we have some money to give based on that last move, right? And I'm over trading on a Friday afternoon, like just for fun now because the stream got pushed, but it doesn't mean it's still not fun, all right? And we did bounce off the 200. There are some traditional things that I'm using here. I'm not just aping in because I'm aping in. I'm going off of my strategy and things that I know to be true. Either a nice long or a nice short. Stuck at a short at 61.2. Should I take the loss or see if I can get out? It's completely, see, those are questions that only you can answer, my man. We don't know how much money you put in. We don't know how much of your portfolio it is. We can't answer any of those questions for you personally, really. There's so much more about your personal finances involved in the answer to that question. And that's why, I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just an educator and this is I believe I'm like, this is like a reality TV show of my life in the trades and what it's like to be in the trades, right? Where did you find Tone? It got battered. Tone was a long time ago, man. Yeah. Say after 4 years, I was able to pay off the debts. I love that. Shout out to Jeruso. Shout out to everybody out here. And we really appreciate your viewership and your constant love and support. We thank you so much for being here with the Lifer every single day. Me, Sam Price. Let's celebrate the first super chat from Mr. L. Market cap on altcoins. Thank you. We'll take a look at the altcoin market cap, which is total 3. Look, rejection there. We lose the 200 SMA. It's a wrap. You got to be on it when you're lev trading. Let's take a look here at total 3. So you got that shoulder, head, and right shoulder. You see it? It's a slanted, inverted. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I've seen them break a neckline, even though it's slanted, drunken slanted, and pump to the upside. Also, let's break down here. We are breaking above this trend line, even though it's not perfect yet. Or technically, you could say we broke out twice, or, I guess right there you have to match it. We're right at the breakout point. Here's the deal. We just got to break above the 200 SMA. So this is what will happen. If we're bullish, we'll pump. We'll break above the 200. We'll go up here. We'll come up and down. We'll play with the 200 a few times, and then we'll be gone. Moving averages will get tight, and I'll call a massive move, and boom, 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 and we'll be in for our next big leg to the upside. Looks like it may take till the end of June. All right. Beautiful days, man. Shout out to everybody here in May. My dad died May 1st. Ended up fully pulling the plug on the machines at like 1 in the morning at 2. May 2nd. This is about like 1:45 a.m. was the death certificate, but, he was dead before that, So weird to see someone that was alive and talking to you, and you just never, the energy is gone. Like, they can't look at you anymore. They're done. Like, it's just so weird, right? Death. Like, they're active, they're moving around, and then they're gone, man. You got to start taking care of yourself when you're 30 and 40 years old, like in not just what normal people are doing. You got to really ask yourself what you're doing. Are you eating fried food all the time? You got to stop. More salads, more olive oil. Get those polyphenols. So when you're 50, your behavior isn't as bad. So when you're, you know what I mean? It's like how you act now in your 30s is going to show how beat up you are in your 60s. You don't realize that. You want to start a game plan now so you're in control later on in your life. Like, I'm 41, and I know a lot of my friends are in worse shape, don't look as great, because when I was 20, I was thinking about how to be in shape when I was 40. It was on my mind. Like 25 years old, I was like, I want to be a good-looking 40-year-old man. And now I'm doing the same thing into my 20s and into my 60s and my 50s. You want to really project where your health is going to be and work towards that projection if you can. If you have that discipline. Look for total 3 to break the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. If that happens, we're in the money. And I like this inverted head and shoulder that seems to be forming. So I'm all for it. I like what I'm seeing here. And technically, on the 4-hour, that swings down and this swings up. You have a bullish divergence there, which is pretty strong for the altcoins. I'm not saying we're out of the water yet. We might get rejected by the 4-hour and dump. We got to breach that 4-hour and get to this point of control at $730 billion. But it doesn't look so bad right now for the altcoins as it did before. Let's look at TRB. Now look at Teller just got above its 200 MA on the 2-day chart. It's a bullish sign that you're going to get some type of reversal. If it stays above the 200, then it's going to continue to the upside, right? And it's going to head back up to its resistance points here and here. And then maybe into prices. There's not a lot of resistance for Teller really on these low areas. So once it breaks above 101, it's gone. I could see Teller getting back to 230. Remember that crazy move it had, and then no one talked about it ever since? That was crazy. Since then, it makes me really not want to even look at it, but it was just so strange. It was definitely a pump and dump or something was going on there. You guys talking about XEN Onyx coin still sitting in the beautiful inverted head, cup and handle with the hidden bullish divergence. Sammy cup and handy to the upside for Onyx XCN, right? I want to see the MACD visually here. It's like hidden from me. Again, it does have a somewhat of a resistance here. You can see where it lasts, kind of resistance, bounce, resistance. It's going to have to break back above that to remain bullish. We'll see what happens. 21 is curving, tight moving averages. I like what I'm seeing for it. I'm not saying it's the greatest chart I've seen. If you're willing to hold it for about a month and a half, it looks like it could play out, but I don't know exactly when it's going to play out. Right? Could take some time. That feels crippling because it's unnatural. It wasn't part of the original plan since we weren't made by God to die. So weird. Then why? Yeah. Crazy, right? And let's look at Pangolin, GFI, and Fox. All right. I believe if anything pumps, Pangolin's going to do damage over time. Even from the entry we had there, it's really not down that bad compared to the rest of the market, right? You can almost say it's in that flag. I guess it's tough, right? The only thing that's weird about it is I see like a descending triangle, which is pretty bearish. These break down like 80% of the time. There's supposed to be like a 50-50 pattern, like you go either way. One would say, you know what, you're still in this falling wedge, you just broke out of it, but you know, if you got to look at it the way you got to look at it, it could be somewhat of a falling wedge. See, I'm bullish on this. I expect it to look more bullish, the idea of this coin and what it does. Decentralized exchange that just absolutely took off from November at 3 cents all the way up to 80. I mean, we were doing 20Xs, 30Xs, 10, 15Xs. Like this market was out of control. I'm happy that we got a pullback. It was like if we kept going like that, we were going to have a bull run. You have to pull back. You cannot continue to pump like that. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Almost to 1,000 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. The target for Pangolin would take it to 96 cents. However, I got to make sure it doesn't, if it loses 33, it's coming further down to about 15. I want to see if we can break back above resistance at 50 cents. All right. Node AI is a new coin, not a newer coin, but I'm getting a lot of, it's GPU, right? Node AI is GPU. So you asked about Node AI, but it would have been nicer if you gave me GPU. But luckily, I know the ticker by heart. So it got completely flattened on MEXC, which is crazy. A lot of people seem to like this coin, but I got flattened on MEXC. I've been looking on Polonian X. It just looks makes more sense. So it's like double bottoming, coming back to its previous bottom. If you think this coin's hot, then it's a pickup, right? Where can you get this coin? I've been hearing a lot about it. I'd rather get RSS3, I think, than Node AI, personally. But I could be wrong. You do whatever makes you happy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to go through your portfolio, tell you what to buy or sell. It's not happening with me. 90% of the supply is out. It's got a $138 million market cap. Elf, Palm, and Lime. Look, Palm AI up 28.18. Elf, these are both coins that I own right here. Up nicely today. You can see that's why, we're getting that pump. It's on Uniswap, BingX, MEXC, Open Ocean. Very little volume, like $480, like nothing. Absolutely no volume, right? So I don't know, man. You'd have to buy this coin and stash it away for a long period of time and hope you got a winner there. It has been going up. And I hear about it a lot, but it doesn't look too healthy. as far as the technical analysis goes. But, you know, who knows? Doesn't mean, you know. Yeah, down $30. I feel like I should just close that. Call it a day. I'm going to close my trade no matter what happens and just walk away for the day. And, you know, I'll do my updates for each and every one of you. We might probably bounce, though. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're bouncing off the 200. We can get tight. The 15-minute looks good. 15-minute looking like a consolidation, and this thing's going to pump at some point. Looking super bullish to me, honestly. Like, every time I want to leave the trade, my mind's like, I don't know. Trade looks pretty good to me. But we'll see. The 1 minute also looks a little treacherous, so. Sketchy times. I can't tell you long or short right now. It's a bit iffy. I can see the probabilities, but I can see it dipping down, hitting the stop loss, coming right back in, and then pumping. They've been doing a lot of that lately on Friday afternoons. And I wonder why this guy loves Node AI so much. Like, what is it about it? So Goldfinch, nice bounce from 6,268 all the way back up to $4 today. Like, unbelievable. See that? And I told you guys, I just kept buying this coin on the lows. I knew RWA would bounce faster than anything else. And so I was buying RWA when most people were like kind of freaking out. And look, it bounced off the 786 Fibonacci retracement. Like, our known group, you'll learn these things in my trading group. You'll learn the 786. You'll learn stochastics RSI. You'll learn hidden bullish divergence. You will know so much when you're done, when I'm done with you and you're in my trading group. You will be an encyclopedia of knowledge for your family and friends and people around you. And you're going to be able to see the markets in a different way. You're going to learn consistency and discipline. So much is going to come your way, I'm telling you right now. So stay focused, stay ready to grind, and stay with the people that want to grind, and stay away from negative people. Stay positive and stay around positive people. That's my last big suggestion. But bouncing off the 786, getting a bounce, we could come back lower. You could say, but I like this. That I feel like we broke through the trend line. Look for GFI to break 410, and this thing's gone. Chances to get this on the lows may be gone, and this heads back up to $7-8. You wish, hey, wow, we just had chances to get it at $2.60 on a dip. And that's why you got to buy the dips. The dips are for buying, baby. The dips are for buying. Thank you so much for that. And everybody, I'm out for the day. My wife just came in looking. I know she's like, it's been around. You know, the stream took 5 hours today. It was only supposed to take 10 to 12, right? I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Look for member live streams. Look for more coming your way with the new house and all the things that's going on. And, you know, we may just break out on that 15-minute. At the end of the day, watch this. Watch this. I'm in the trade, so watch. We'll see what happens. We didn't lose the 200, so there's really no reason. Once we lose that, I'll dip off. But right now, there's no reason to leave the trade just yet. We're consolidating pretty nicely here for a possible move later on for Bitcoin. Let me just show you one last time. I can't stop, right? So I'm still in the trade. We'll see what happens for Bitcoin. Above the 200, sitting flat. We'll see where we go. I like it. We'll see what happens. And everybody, we appreciate you who showed up today and hung out. And we'll be back busting it through with another beautiful live stream. All right. Thank you, Sammy. Love you all. Pump it till the shorts FOMO. Thank you. You're awesome, my friend. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Dennis. Shout out to Catherine Brunetti. Shout out to Ivo 10 Broke. I dare to say after being with the lifers for 7 months now, I have found my routine. It was a lot of learning, but it's worth it. It takes a lot of time, man. It takes a lot of time. 7 months was that, you consider that like a breakthrough, honestly, you know. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. And remember, the secret to success is getting started.